Hello, Jim. My name's Harvey and I would like to formally introduce myself. Since we're not able to meet face-to-face at this time, I thought what better way to grab your attention than to make a short but to-the-point video. By doing so, I feel I will separate myself from all other candidates by showing my ability to be creative, think outside the box, and provide you with some insight into my sales process. In this video, I will demonstrate the sales process steps to take that will enable me to maximize the short amount of time that I have available to find out what you are looking for in an account executive for Sonosite. Now, in any set appointment situation, a good account executive will have a list of questions and goals that they'll want to accomplish by the end of their meeting. In this situation, I want to grab your attention with one great, to-the-point question that sparks your interest and engages you or the physician in conversation. By doing this, I feel I will enable myself to gain instant credibility and possibly spend more time with you than you originally planned. Now, Jim, in our first conversation, you asked me, how would I grab a physician's attention if I only had 30 seconds or a minute to speak with them? This is definitely one of the sales techniques that I would use. Normally, I would have a set list of questions that I had planned that I came in with. In this situation, I want to think on my feet and dive into the answers that you provided me or that the physician provides me. And based on those answers, ask more questions, engage the physician, and have them provide more information. The question that I asked you in our interview that grabbed your attention was, what qualities must a Sonosite account executive possess? Your answer was someone who can handle a grinding position, someone who's a survivor, in the field constantly, a person who knows how to activate their resources, an individual that knows the sales process inside and out, somebody who's accountable, productive, and yet smart. At this point of the conversation, I would now dig deeper into the answers you provided with open-ended questions. The part of your information that seems most pertinent to you is a sales representative that knows the sales process inside and out. This would be what I would ask you to elaborate on more. Jim, explain to me your exact steps and what you view as a perfect sales process. You also mentioned that a good account executive activates their resources and knows how to activate their resources. Could you explain to me in more detail about the options and resources that current representatives have available? What and who are they using to advance the sales cycle? Could you provide me with current representatives' contact information so I can reach out to them and find out what resources they're using in the field on a daily basis? Jim, I also asked, what are the top representatives doing differently than the rest of the company? You mentioned that there has not been a top representative that has emerged as of yet, that you have witnessed a lot of qualities and potential. I would then ask you, what do you see missing from these individuals that can lead them to the top, that can take them to where they need to be? Jim, I believe this short presentation has demonstrated the in-depth questioning I will provide in the sales process. During this conversation, the only speaking I would do is to ask more questions, engaging the physician, or in this case you, the interviewer, to gain as much information as possible. In doing so, I also practice a 3-second pause that I have in between questions that I learned from my training in Miller-Hyman. It's difficult to do, but it enables the physician to gain their thoughts and complete their thoughts without any chance of interruption from myself. After this process of questioning, I would then ask to set a follow-up appointment with a specific date so I can go back, organize my thoughts, put together a proper presentation and proposal, and continue in the sales cycle. Jim, in closing, I pose these questions to you. Have I demonstrated the proper sales techniques for account executive of Sonosite? Have I demonstrated the creativity, enthusiasm, skills, and passion that other candidates may be lacking? And finally, has this video given you the insight to say why I am the perfect fit to become the New England account executive for the cardiac division of Sonosite? Jim, if you can answer yes to these questions, then I am asking for your support in progressing forward in the interview process. And I can promise you this, no one is going to grind harder, work smarter, and fight for every sale like I will. I'm passionate about your products and your company, and I'm ready to start tomorrow. I'm excited about moving forward and making this position mine. Thank you for your time, Jim.